Alright, hello, this is a request video. Whoops, why did I turn that off again? Jesus Christ. This is what I wanted to do. This is a request video. How to adjust to living in your van if you have to suddenly live in your van. How to adjust to it psychologically. And I think the context that the person asked me was, how do you do it, how do you adjust it if like everybody has to do it? Like if there's some kind of crash, society crashes, no more money, we all have to live in our vans. Houses are all owned by the banks and I guess, so now the rats live in there and everybody has to live in a van. I don't think that's going to happen, so I'll just say how to psychologically adjust to living in a van. If say you go broke and you have to move into a van, and how about you're unemployed and you have enough money to, I guess, be unemployed for a year until you get like a part-time job, like doing something, some kind of part-time thing, but you're living in your van, and how to adjust psychologically to that. There will be a process. There was a process for me. There might, if it happened the way that happened to me, you probably go through a period where you will do normal things that you do now that you did when you had money. For example, if you're used to eating at restaurants, you'll keep eating at restaurants even though you don't have the money. You'll keep going to like McDonald's even though you don't have the money. You'll keep cooking raw, fresh fruits and vegetables even if you don't have the money. But eventually you'll figure out how to do it really cheaply. And the best way to do it, and eventually, if you're desperate, you should think of your despotism, your desperation, as a blessing, because it will make you better at not spending money. It will motivate you, it will push you into not spending money. And not spending money and living a really simple life is the most fulfilling. And doing it the way that I do it, which is canned fruits and vegetables. Do it canned fruits and vegetables. Because all you have to do is you grab the can, twist the thing a few times, pour it into your thing, turn it on, warms up a little bit, takes about 2 minutes, and then you eat it. You don't have to constantly get more water because the water's already in the can. You don't have to cut anything. You don't have to get your car all messy from all the scraps of the shit that you cut. You don't have to worry about it going rotten if you're in the summertime and you forget to eat your food, or you got too much of one kind of food and then it goes bad and then you have to eat like nasty bad food. You have to throw it out. It stays keeped. Eggs are a really cheap form of calories, so get the eggs, and oatmeal. So you cut, but oatmeal cooks pretty quickly. So you mix your fruit in with the oatmeal, and bananas are good. So yeah, basically and as for protein, I do get the protein powder, but that's because I work out. Not right now, but I normally work out. Canned fruits and vegetables, oatmeals, raw eggs, and bananas. Cheap, 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 cheap. So how to adjust to it? You have to be busy. You have to stay busy. And don't be a nocturnalist. Don't be up at night. You want to be up during the day, because at night and you're in your car, that means you're living in your van. That's when you remember that you're living in your van. Oh shit, I'm living in my van. Fuck. What a fucked up life. No, you should be sleeping in your van. Night comes, sleep. Morning comes, get up, walk around. You're sitting in your car while other people sit in their car during the day. You're like a normal person. And you want to stay busy, Like somebody who lives in their van, when they're out there doing their thing, a normal person may be sitting in their house, surfing the internet. If you're living in your van, you're going to be in the library or the Safeway area or the Starbucks, or the gym if they have internet. You're going to be like in a public place working. And you might feel a little bit like not as happy about that. Like, I want to just my privacy. But you eventually get used to it and you eventually like it. It's cool to be around people. You don't have to, just because people are around you doesn't mean you have to be paying attention to them. You can still be focused in on what you're doing. And so basically just stay busy. That's what I do. I stay busy. I work all day long and I'm paying attention to myself, and there you go. It's pretty cool. You don't have to drive your car very much. Just drive it to where you move it around so you don't get busted. If you're living in one town, you might want to know what the laws are there where you're living. But just know that it's a process. It's not something that you're going to be able to calm down for in overnight, because you're kind of slowing this pace down. If you're used to having the TV on all the time and, you know, chopping your vegetables while you're listening to TV, and then vacuuming and have to do this and eating out and having money to spend on all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. Then all of a sudden you're living in a van. It's going to be like, your mind is like going, blah, 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 blah. It's kind of like a drunk person having the convulsions, like the withdrawal convulsions. You know, you just be like, blah, 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 you know, you can't just like sit there. Oh, I love the simplicity, but the simplicity is wonderful, because my big problem is I never have time to do anything. You know, I mean, look, it's nighttime already and I'm just getting started. It's like, fuck, you know. But if you live in a van, you don't have any distractions. I don't ever have to. My big cleanup day is cleaning up my car. Imagine how big of a pain in the ass it would be if I had to vacuum my rug. You know? Oh my God. Wash the windows, do the dishes. Oh my God, clean my clothes. Make the bed. Oh my God, what? And then how about all the bills? You know, water bill, electric bill, heating bill, cable bill, internet bill, this bill, that bill, rent, taxes, mortgage. Oh my God, money. And then you have to get a job. And then the job sucks your time away. It's like, just be simplistic, dude. Move into your car. And if everybody lives in a car, we'd all be better off. I mean, imagine if I was in this parking lot, right? And I know it's like owned by Safeway. So then just go to like the public parking lot, you know? Go to the parking lot and just relieve all those laws. You go to the parking lot, I'm in parking lot, and I'm surrounded by all these people in their cars. And sure, there may be like a urine smell from people pouring out their pee, but then you would just get used to the urine smell. And then people become eventually become more responsible about that. And they pour their urine into the Tinky's house at the park. And they would clean up after themselves. Yeah, but you're in the park and there are all these other people in the car, you know. You could walk over to that car. Hey, what's up? I saw your car here last night. What's your deal? I don't know. Come on in my car. And then you can hang out with the dude, smoke nuggets, you know, in the car with him, drink beers with the car. Oh, look, it's another car. You know, it's like a bunch of campers camping out. It's good for society, man. And then we would be using less resources in the world and not be mulching the world apart. You know. So living in a car, it's a process. What you should do, you should just make a vlog about it. Brag about it. Look at what I did today. Look what I did that day. And there's plenty of stuff to do. I mean, you could have some dumbbells. You can do your dumbbell exercises, especially if there's lots of other people. Hey, let's go do dumbbell exercises at park exercise area with the person over there. You know? So many activities when you have the time. Think of it that way. Not how bored I am, but so many activities. And then you go off to your job. But you only work a couple hours a day, and then you're good to like buy gas. You know, one day of work could buy gas for a month. There's this one dude who commented, I think it was this guy who made the request for this video. He lived in like, I can't remember, some town in Illinois. And he filled up his tank 3 times in 9 months because he just parked his car at the YMCA bathroom or parking lot and just left it there. And rode his bike around town. And he took showers at like every day after 7, the YMCA, they let you take showers if you're homeless for free. So it's like, oh, that's nasty. I should try that. So yeah, it's balls to balls. So, yeah, that's how you adjust. That's about all I can say about that. How many long time fall was that? Oh, about 10 minutes. Okay, very good. So, peace out.